Dare? Well, that's no fun for the audio.
Truth.
Well, I don't have a question prepared for truth.
Okay, this is a poorly thought out introduction.
The chick's name is Dare, so that's all I could think of. Like, I didn't want to put Truth or Dare as the video title.
But you're going to.
No, it's called Following Dare, because that's what you're doing in this video. But I just felt like starting off with something creative. So what's a good question for Truth or Dare? It's been 10 years since I played something like that.
I don't know, man. I don't play that game either.
Alright. Well, let's just talk about Halo like normal then. Like good old times. Yeah, this is the prelude.
Oh, man.
What?
I bet there's tons of truths that everyone else would want us to answer.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be a million. Hey, Carl, he's gonna fuck shit up. I just know it.
Hey. Truth or dare,
Truth
Carl?
or dare? Truth or dare?
Have you ever licked your own wiener? Carl says yes.
He just did.
Okay, talk about the game until you think of a truth.
Truth or dare? Have you ever got head while playing a video game?
No.
No. You haven't?
No.
No, I haven't either.
Unfortunately.
Truth or dare?
Have you rubbed one out while playing a video game?
Truth or dare? Have you ever got, or truth, I guess, have you ever got aroused while playing a video game? Have you ever thought, like, holy shit, she looks good during a video game?
Mildly.
Mildly?
Not like,
I want to fuck the shit out of her.
this is getting pretty gnarly,
Dude, this is rated M.
Yeah.
We just did a full voiceover for a T for Tween game, and I got some grievances to air. Right.
No, I think I always like seeing big racks, even if they're animated.
There's plenty of those in the Dead or Alive series. I was thinking, what's her face? The redhead from Heavenly Sword?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She's, yeah.
It just reminded me of the stand-up for some reason, where this guy's talking about the difference between, like, girls getting undressed and guys getting undressed.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Like, when you pull down the panties, it's like, oh! And, like, God created this magical thing.
Right.
And a guy pulls down his pants, it's like a drunk guy falling out of a car. It just flops out. Anyway.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's pretty accurate, I would say. Oh. Alright, truth or dare? Well, there's no dare that you can do.
I know, because no one...
Truth or dare? Dare, say your cell phone number right now.
Oh, that's... Hell no.
The last 4 digits of my cell phone are beer.
Yeah.
2337. My last, and I didn't pay for it either, which is the question that always comes right after. How the hell did you get that number?
And the area code's Colorado, so you got 1 out of 3.
I'm sure if anybody
choices.
gave a shit, well, there's multiple Colorado ones.
3 that I know of. 970, 720, and 303.
970 is Colorado Springs.
It's like the mountains in Colorado Springs.
Yep, there's 3. So you got 999 choices to get to
your phone number.
My phone number, if you're really interested. Which nobody actually gives a shit, guaranteed. No. You know what was kind of a humbling moment?
Okay.
After our most recent podcasts, like this guide is going to be online the day the game comes out, so I obviously had access to it early, and I basically talked about the entire game early. And I was listening to some podcasts this week, and they were talking about how they have embargoes for, like, they can't talk about the end of the game until the game comes out. And I was kind of nervous about posting the podcast and talking about details of the game. Like, because we're...
Until what? Are you still nervous?
No. That was the humbling moment.
Like, you don't have to obey an embargo if they didn't give you a free copy?
No, that nobody gives a shit about us.
Oh.
That was the humbling moment. I had a moment of hesitation about posting the last podcast for talking about the full game before any of like Giant Bomb and 1UP and the big guys could talk about the game.
Right.
Like, there's no reviews for this game posted yet because there's an embargo. And I gave a full review of the game a week before anybody else. Nobody cared.
No one cares.
At all. That was the humbling moment. Nobody fucking
Well, and here's the thing about
cares.
embargoes.
Uh-huh.
If they don't give you a copy, you can talk about it as much as you want.
Right, but it was like...
It's not like we have a relationship with them and they gave us an embargo.
Well, that too, but the only messages, like, I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. I guess I was just thinking, like, oh, maybe I'll get a message from Major Douchebag Nelson saying,
Oh, no way.
this game isn't out yet. Would you please remove your comments? Or something like that.
Yeah.
But the only messages I got were, how did you get ODST early? And that was...
Microsoft actually sent us a copy.
Right.
But they didn't notice that we broke embargo.
Right.
Nelson came over to our house and
Filleted us.
gave us a copy and a couple of BJs.
This is kind of a fun part if you stand back, because there's a ton of those flying bugs, and you can kill every single one of them with a well-placed headshot. And you can get, like, crazy kill streaks, because there's hundreds of bugs. And you can get really big combo bonuses.
So do you get the par score every level?
No, like, some levels, if you finish it quickly enough, you get a time bonus, which is like 1.5 or 2 or 5 times your base score. And it depends on the level. Like, sometimes I just die too much. There's one motherfucking bug that has the red plasma rifle. What?
I just thought of a gnarly truth, and I'm not going to say it.
Alright. Red plasma rifle is what inspired you?
No, I'm just thinking to myself. You know how I just burst out laughing randomly?
Right, thinking about, like, the most disgusting shit that, like, no human should think of.
No, mine's not that bad.
Oh.
It was truth or dare. And you say truth. And
Dare.
I say,
Dare.
what's the furthest anything's ever gone up your butt? Assuming that something has gone up your butt.
Well, let's see.
Because you've had a thermometer in there from when you were a baby. Probably.
The furthest that I remember. So that also does not include, like, blackout moments.
Oh, God.
No. So, like, quick note about this section. There's a brute chieftain down below, and he's got the invincibility on right now, and there's 2 other brutes. Just stay up top, and they can't reach you. So if you got one of the sniper rifles from before, you're untouchable.
Nice.
I would say, like, on accident, like, my fingers kind of, like, burst through the toilet paper.
Oh, God.
Like, down to the knuckle. I'm just kidding. That's fucking terrible.
And by knuckle, you mean webbing.
The wrist. Down to the wrist when the toilet paper burst.